So, welcome to I Support Your Business show with your host and host Mithil, a pod made exclusively to share the journey of our fellow community members of I Support Your Business Indo Canadian community to the world. The main aim of our community is to practice the power of giving, facilitate collaborations and partnerships, and connect people on a global platform. As a host, being the president of the community currently, as well as the founder and chief content alchemist of VI Stripe Content Lab, I help solopreneurs, artists, and coaches build their business online organically through content marketing. Today, we have a wonderful member from our community and our community manager also. Let's welcome onto the stage none other than Zaina.
Thank you, Mithil. Thank you so much for this opportunity. I'm
Most,
really, grateful. Thank you so much.
most welcome, Zaina. So, Zaina, can you share your childhood journey with us?
Yeah, sure. If I would say right now, I'm in Mumbai, but I'm born and brought up in Ranchi, Jharkhand, the city of our very famous own cricketer MS Dhoni. So I know that I hope that everyone, whoever is not knowing Dhoni, is like they don't know about anything cricket. So we were actually my childhood journey started from there only. So we are basically four siblings. So I am the elder one. So being the eldest one in the family, so since childhood there was the responsibility of younger siblings, sending them to school, waking up them, then their homework completion. So since childhood, I feel that I was a responsible sister and I was a responsible daughter as well, being you know elder daughter of my family. And uh, the thing is that all the time, though I am the elder one, but all the time I was the most pampered kid of my parents. And among the friends also, I was always like a pampered one. So maybe you can say that I always want to be pampered by everyone. So and everyone, even they pampered me also. They make me feel that I am important. So I have completed my schools, and basically it was a vernacular medium. But my dream was to become an IIT engineer. I wanted to become an IITian. So my interest was mathematics. So in plus two, when I wanted to take admission after 10th, so people said, even my father said that why you want to go for the science stream, go for the art stream. So mostly the girls do go for the art stream. So I said no, I want to go for the science stream. So then again we have a financial challenge, because if I'll go to the science stream, then I need to take coaching classes for each subjects, physics, chemistry. So that time our financial situation was not good. So this is why my father said that, beta, please go for the art stream. So there will be no need of any tuition classes and anything. I said, you don't worry, I'll manage. And I fill up the scholarship form. Then I started taking tuitions of the kids after my 10th only. And this is how I completed my 12th. And then I requested that I at least, it's okay if I can't go for the IIT, but at least I want to attempt once the entrance exam. But that time it was the fee, that time it was 500 only. So now I can say 500 only, but years back 500 was a big amount for my father. So he said, no, we can't waste the 500. And then again I have to take leave from my job, and I need to take you for the entrance or any interviews. So then again that dream become, I said, okay, let's not do it. So then after 10th, I thought of doing graduation then. So then graduation again, my seniors, my colleagues, everyone said that, why you are going for mathematics? So maths is not for the girls. Go for the home science. Anyways, you are not going to do any engineering or whatever it is. So I said, it's okay. I'll do good in maths only. So at least, because maths is like I love mathematics. So that time in my student life, if I was like, if there is no maths, there is no life. So mathematics was my life. So somehow I completed my graduation, and then side by side I was taking tuitions to fulfill my study requirements. And I was going for maths tuition to a professor. So I, because that time there was a 2 rupee or 3 rupee the auto charge was there, but because the professor were living so far, so I said no, I can't spend even 3 rupees, 6 rupees upcoming and down, upcoming and going down. So it was 3 days tuition, so I used to go by cycling. So it was something around 7 to 8 kilometers. So I used to go by cycle and taking my tuitions. And this is how I completed my graduation. In the second year, I also joined a job and given an application in my college that okay, maybe so I was fulfilling anyways that less the minimum attendance percentage in the college. Okay, and after I took a break of 1 year, and then I thought no, at least there should be a PhD degree. So not, but unfortunately PhD degree is not completed. By I took admission in Ranchi University for my post graduation, and then again post graduation was like because my stream was mathematics, so post graduation was also in mathematics. So there was 36 papers, so I completed that, and then I started job also. So since starting I'm doing the job only. I'm a corporate person, and recently I entered into a entrepreneur's life.
Fantastic, fantastic, Zaina. Thank you so much for sharing that. So, when did you turn into an entrepreneur?
Okay, so it's very new. You can see, you can say that I'm a baby in entrepreneur, field. I'm a baby, and still I'm learning. Uh, During COVID, COVID is, I can say that COVID is the mother for me to, letting me enter into the entrepreneurship journey. So we all are, have we all have seen that what's going around the world during the COVID period. There were job losses and everything. So fortunately, me and my husband was having the job, corporate jobs, and there was no loss because our organization has promised us, okay, so maybe there will be no increment, you will get no increment, but we are assuring you that there will be no job loss to you all. But still, when I saw that, the persons like advocates and the doctors, they started entering into something, and the ladies, the females who were sitting idle at home, uh, they started some kind of food business, because people were sitting and they wanted to eat something, they wanted to do something. So a lady who was running a parlor, so I saw that she started making vada pav, and her husband started delivering door to door services during those period. One of my advocate friend, I saw her that she started making that assorted chocolates and selling the people, and then selling saris, that reselling one. So I said, yeah, why can't I do something, being in my job, being my keeping my job, keeping my profession aside, I can also enter into a business. So I thought of, okay, so let's do it. So I was thinking like, what in what business I should enter. So one of my friends suggested, Zaina, you are a very good cook, so why don't you start that cooking business. So I said no, because it's a commitment, and maybe I'll not be able to fulfill because I'm having a job also. So it will be not right thing. So she also said you can do on the weekend only. So no, 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 I want to do whatever I want to do. I want to do, dedicatedly, and so that I'll get name also. I don't know cooking business till when I can survive in this. So somehow I thought that what is the basic need of a human being. So there are three basic needs of a human being, like say, uh, we say roti kapda makan, right? So I thought that let's go enter into the clothing business. And the reason was because my in-laws are into clothing business from last 45 years. They have their own manufacturing. So I thought, let's start this only because I'll get some support from them definitely. So I thought of this, and this is how I at that time, public transport was also not there. So I requested, I put all these things in front of my husband, and I asked that I want to visit there. Because why I wanted to visit there, until I have a one problem, you can say, that until unless I'm not satisfied with something, I cannot make others satisfied. So this is the reason, by road we went to Gujarat, and then I visited the all the manufacturing factory. By touching with my hands, I saw the fabrics, the quality, and then I said, okay, so let's go for this. And this is how I started. I bought some stuff and started from my home only.
Wonderful, Zaina. So, can you share the story behind naming your brand Nawapi Creation?
Okay, so I'm Zaina Khan. So basically, we are Nawabs. So I like the name, I thought of lots of name. So I thought that no, so maybe being from the Khan Pathan family, so anyways we have some Nawabi. So let's go for this Nawabi creation. So this is how I chose this Nawabi creation.
Nice. Good. So, Zaina, can you share the initial days of handling your business?
Yeah, sure. So I must say it was very crucial for me. So because I just told you that I have started this during the COVID period, and initially I used to keep stocks at my home, and you know that people were very scared to going out and checking something. So this is how I started. So the main journey started when I have opened a physical retail store. So that time I was having a baby who was 0 years old, 7 8 months old. So one fine day I thought of that, let's open a physical store only. So everyone demotivated me, not a single person who said okay go ahead except my husband. He said okay, सोच लिया है कर लो. So then I went to the market and looking for a shop, and luckily the day one only I got a shop. And then this is how I started. So it became very tough handle a physical store without any staff, and arranging everything, and having a kid of 8 months old. Even I was not physically fit, but uh, all of them, like my family, friends, everyone said that give time to yourself and do whatever, at least after 1 or 2 years. So I don't think that you will learn on. I said it's okay. So what I will start after 2 years, so let's start it now, and maybe in coming 2 years I will learn the actual entrepreneurship. What is that? I will learn the market. I will learn so many things. So with this journey, I joined multiple business platform as well. Even during my pregnancy, I joined a platform. So people were like that, are you fool? You are investing your more than a lakh rupees to this platform, and you know that you'll not be able to traveling more and meeting people. I said that's okay, but anyways I will learn something. So in the first 2 years, definitely I invested money. I'll not say I wasted money, but definitely I'll say I invested money 2 years to learn this business world, the entrepreneurship world. See, because being a female entrepreneur, I know that we are everyone not treats equally a male entrepreneur or female entrepreneur. So I really felt very good and got support from my kids and my husband. So it was indeed a struggling one for the first year. Yes,
Nice. So, Zaina, now since you are a budding entrepreneur, I must say, but
yes,
till
yes, yes.
now, whatever you have experienced, can you share what are the five things you feel an entrepreneur must have?
Okay. So from my learning, I have few takeaways that one entrepreneur should have. First, we should have a clear vision. So, if we will keep a clear vision, that it means like whatever you are doing, so you should know after a year or after a 5 year where you want to see yourself, and then make strategy so that after 5 years or after a year, whatever is your target, so you should make a strategy how to reach at that place. So then only we have to set goals so that we can by step by step we can fulfill goals one by one, and then we can reach at that phase. And second thing, a business person should ready to take risk. So this is one most thing I would say that I have learned. I have spent my savings on my this journey of last 2 years, and I know that I have not earned yet, but yes, definitely in long run I'm going to earn. With and this I'm taking as an investment, whatever I have put in my business. So risk taking. So I used to say my husband that you don't have a guts to take a risk, but I have this gut to take risk. So risk taking is again it's entrepreneur should have also. And second thing, that you should have a good networking. So we say that wherever you get chance to do networking, go ahead. You never know whom you will meet, what chance you will get, who is knocking at your door. So uh, always try to keep yourself among the people and do networking. So networking is again important thing for a entrepreneurship. And one thing last, like financial management. So it's not only putting money, risk taking is not only that putting money and efforts, it's also a financial management. So you should track your business. If I'm saying financial management, it means you have to track your business. What is your target in terms of finance, and how much you have invested, and what you are getting. Then only you will get to know that where you are lacking and what should be your next step to make balance to your finance. So this is how mainly. And and second thing is consistency is also important for a entrepreneurship. If we are committing and we have set a benchmark, let's say in my business, I'm into clothing business, so I have set a benchmark, and I have a group of clients, or I would say a class of clients. So if I will survive, no, I will, if my service will not fulfill their goals, which I only have set that benchmark. Okay, so Zaina is having this quality, so I can't go low with that quality what I have provided at the first time. So in terms of quality also, we have to be consistent and maintain. So I think this is like, if in case I would say you are into service industry, you are providing services to your clients, so you can't go with low with your limit what you are providing
True.
service to someone. So this is
Absolutely.
how we need to maintain consistency, then only we can survive in this business world.
Absolutely. Absolutely,
Yeah.
Zaina. So, Zaina, a very special question. How has being an entrepreneur changed you as a person?
So I would say there are a lot of changes in terms of like I networked so many platforms. I met uh, a lot of people, a lot of entrepreneurs, and even there are businesses. People are doing businesses which I was never aware. Oh, this can be also a business like this. So I have seen. I would say like I was with BNI platform for 2 years. So there. a plumber is also an entrepreneur whose ticket size is in hundred and thousand, and there are entrepreneurs whose ticket size is always minimum ticket size in crores. So have met a lot of people, have seen a lot of networking, so it feels great. Oh my god, today I know a lot of people. Whatever I need, I can reach out to them, or else if I can't know directly, I have so many people around me and so many platform around me. If I'll put a message simply that okay, yes, I am looking for this and this, so I'll get a lot of answers, lot of connects. So this is the benefit of entrepreneurship. So being in corporate, it I would say that there was a limitations. I was knowing only my team, only the corporate teams, or the team members who has left, and the company's names, but I was not knowing personally in the company's names. But now I can say, my friend says I stay in Khargan, and my friends used to say, okay, I can reach out to you because you are our Google, so you have all the answers. So this is the, and I feel confident also. So confident, I was confident always. I was always a public speaker, and take so many classes, or conduct activities in my team also, within office also. But outside that, I have never done something like this. So now I can say that in last 2 3 years I am more confident, and now I know that I can do anything, and if I need something, there are a lot of people around me who are ready to help me.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So thank you so much, Zaina. Before we end this particular episode, what is the message you would like to give to our community members and to the people who are listening to this episode?
Okay. So this is the toughest question. Okay. So for community members, ISYB community members, I would say, guys, this is a very beautiful platform. So we, and any platform is very beautiful. So we just need to know how to use it. So I always say that no one is bad or good, it's only we. And like no platform is good or bad, it's we, that we should know how to most how to make most use of it. And ISYB is such ISYB, if I am talking about ISYB, so I would really say that ISYB, this is connected to my heart, and I am always ready to do anything for this community. And the community members are also our founders, our leadership team. I whatever Whoever I have, till date I have connected, I felt that they are really, attached with this ISYB, because we believe emotions are there, emotions are there. So it's a very beautiful platform. So try to make a use of it, connect people. You will definitely business तो होता रहता है. So we should also gain people. If we'll not gain money, I'm sure we will gain people here in this platform.
Very beautifully said, Zaina. Thank you so much for taking your valuable time, coming
Thank
here,
you
sharing your journey with
so much.
us.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Awesome.
Bye.
So you have just listened to I Support Your Business show with your host Mithil. Thank you so much for listening to our show and giving so much love. Don't forget to subscribe to our show on the podcast platform you are listening. This is Mithil signing off at the moment. Until next time, meet you soon with another member and their exciting story. But until then, keep rocking, stay safe, and don't forget to keep creating content. Ciao.